Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. And off we go from Las Vegas. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Gets this one to use check. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. He's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Team 2 I'm going to use after this game.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Damn.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners 1st down as he'll be brought down just outside the red zone. Mark him at the 21.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't
they? They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got
I'm 1-9 on the season.
A couple of 1st
That
downs,
shit's crazy.
establish what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And they'll get this down to the 10. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. McCaffrey running up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Purdy.
Let's go.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now Purdy. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover.
Oh, he quit. He quit. Oh yeah, I gotta use the oh, I'm gonna use the Raiders one more time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Y'all see it right. I'm using Minshew. I'm starting Minshew right now.
On the ground, here's Zamir White. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
Well.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Tight end going in motion here.
Damn.
Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top. On the give, it's White. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's White. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he's going to have a Raiders 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. Throwing is Minshew. Going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw, Minshew. He'll go right back to Myers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
I'm over here cooking, y'all. Hold on a second.
On first down, it's White. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Minshew. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be taken.
Oh, come on. Alright, let's see. I'm bronze 2 now. That's 2 dubs back to back. Well, 3. Yeah, so let's see if I can keep going. I just fucked that up. Switch to OG unis and then we start this shit.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. In motion, Aguilar. Jackson. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
All right, Minshew and White, y'all. That's who I'm relying on, Minshew and White.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he's got this down to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Minshew sets to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. It's Myers again with another catch. Touchdown Raiders.
You should have played close
Jacoby
up.
Myers.
That's Myers.
From 13 yards out. And the Raiders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
In motion, Aguilar. Jackson. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Jackson now. And his throw is incomplete.
Pick it.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this pass broken up.
Let's go.
But the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. First down, here's White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it.
I ain't quitting. Hold on a second. I just need to do something real quick.
Down and 11. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And O'Connell now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
I know what Michigan can do. Now I need to make sure I know what Camille can do.
They'll go for it. O'Connell.
Next couple games I'm going to be
swings it out to his
Camille.
running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's the Camille debate next 2 games.
Here's O'Connell.
Oh,
the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To throw here, O'Connell. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. O'Connell here on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And once again, O'Connell back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now O'Connell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, O'Connell. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Throwing is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now it's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. His throw incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
All right, I got a score here.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Now it's O'Connell.
No.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Fuck that. We want to pick.
They go play action now. Jackson finding the former Raider, Nelson Aguilar. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And this will leave him a yard short.
I saw
nice
that, y'all. I don't know
9
what
yards
I was
on first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Nope, no frustration.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's time to open that up.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. Going right side is White, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go with White on the counter. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Second down at 6 now from the 42. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Here's Minshew. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Connecting with Andrews.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second and 6 coming up. Now Jackson. Powerful running. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Minshew sets to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I've given him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know, or the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On 4th down, Minshew. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. A pivot and a give to Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Let's go.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Alright, about to be bronze 2. Okay, let me get the Browns real quick.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. And off we go from Santa Clara. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, we weren't even supposed to be in that formation.
From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Denzel Ward in on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's Purdy. Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
Let's go, baby. Alright, got 3 dubs. Let's get it. That's it, y'all. Let's see. Bronze 2. I got 12 RP to tell bronze 2. Let's get it. Let's get another bronze game going. Make it a snowy game.
It's been the home of the Chiefs since 1972. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Watson going to throw right away. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Chubb. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He's beyond midfield to the 45.
Let's go.
And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Don't die, Chubb. Breathe, brother, breathe.
On first down, Watson. This one caught by Akins.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And this throw batted away and incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side.
Let's go.
And he's in. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Browns. And he missed it. That's a rare miss for the veteran. And they are unable to add on the point after. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I got him, Mike. What's up?
Set to go now on first and 10. Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. He's still on his feet. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Pierre Strong on the return.
Oh, I'm not going to try. I will.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
I will do that. Watch this. She doesn't know I have a secret weapon.
They bring Judy in motion. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Come on, Chubb.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Off play action. Here's Watson.
No, I got
good work there
pass
defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it's going to be third down.
That's true.
Now Watson
Oh,
keeping this
I
on his own read.
I should have ran
And he'll be
left.
taken
I did
down
not believe
as
that
we
was
tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Be successful with that. I didn't believe I was going to be successful, y'all. I low-key thought I was going to get tackled for
The
a loss.
punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
Yeah, that's Chubb, bitch.
It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off.
You're going to need 6 people to tackle him.
A
Sorry.
fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now it's Watson. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. Watson will make the read and holds on. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal. On the zone read, they hand it to Chubb. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. They'll run with Chubb. Powering forward. He's in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns are in the lead by the score of 13-7. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Waste of time.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. First and 10 for Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. What a time for a pick six for the defense as the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one. The defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them and you're able to extend that lead.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. That is caught down the field. It's worthy. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but they continue to get that matchup. This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. This is incomplete, but there is a flag. It is back at the line of scrimmage, and this could be a 1st down. On 2nd down, Mahomes. They're called in at the 2. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. On the return, this is Strong. A good return as he takes it across the 30. First and 10. On the ground, this is Deontay Foreman. Inside the 35. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. On the ground is Foreman. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now it's Foreman. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. And he will get into the end zone. Deontay Foreman. Touchdown, Browns. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Browns will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Thanks.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away.
I hate to have to do it to him, but I have to.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First down throw, Mahomes. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Taking off. And he'll be brought down. What will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter.
All right, let's
so
go.
We are through 3. On first down, it's Mahomes. Toward the boundary, Rice bringing it in. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Devin Bush. And the Browns are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside.
Come on, don't quit. Oh, shit. One's 3 is about to be silver 1. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. Let's go. Right? At first, I didn't think I could do it, but I forgot. I just gotta run with Chubb at first. And just tire that secondary down.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field.
Same thing against this team.
Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'm about to look
Starting
at
on the
that.
ground here with Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Separating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. His first throw is an interception. And the Browns.
Don't do it. Come on.
First turnover of the contest. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Foreman takes it straight ahead. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's got it near the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Watson to throw it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Foreman. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Offense up to the line fast. On fourth down, here's Watson. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Throwing here, Hurts. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. Through one quarter.
Come on. Let's go.
Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll be set up with 3rd and only 1. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He's got the first, still space at the 20. The 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching him off guard, the chance for success, extremely low.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on second down. Judy there to grab it. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing on third down, Watson. Finding Judy. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here. Oh, the football's loose. And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets fourth down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs.
That was a first down, y'all.
On first down, Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they get this down to the 28.
Robbed, literally.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Hurts now from the gun. On the move, headed right.
What
Cut by the open man. It's a Philadelphia touchdown.
Why is 9 way back there? I got a lot of work to do right now. Alright, you left. I definitely lost that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, damn. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my Raiders. Last game. Oh yeah. Oh, shit. And then I'm gonna go ahead and freshen up, and then I'm gonna start some Siege gameplay. I need to get some ranks done.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
Start with ball first. What?
Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Running on second with White.
Oh,
and they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Minshew now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They snap it. Here's Minshew. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Throwing on first is Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Oh, they're going option to the left side on second. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Third and long, it's Minshew. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. Picked off, that's Bobby Wagner.
It just basically fell in his hands.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. First and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Got it, man. McCaffrey has it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Offense up to the line fast. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Got 5, and now it's going to be third down and 3. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders get the game's first points here in the second. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. It's White on the give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here. Here's White again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third and short. Here's Minshew. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Now Daniels off the play action. Buying some time right. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down. Play fake here. Daniels. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Our favorite is the Raiders.
Throwing off the play fake here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Again, Daniels to the air. Completed over the middle. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
That's caught for the first.
Wow.
It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Daniels on first down. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
I hope 26 it gets. There's something that gets rid of that shit, y'all. Like, I'm getting tired of defenders just staring at people and stuff.
The give now to White. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Them, even like their overall, I mean, we should get to that setting where it like swats the ball or something. Like, it shouldn't just be staring them down, or you know, they could jump, fucking swat the ball. Something.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. One final shot before halftime. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump.
Out of all the games, I won a total of 5 in a row. That's good.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's on the move. Now he takes it.
God, yo, dude, what? Epps, why are you coming out of the fucking sidelines? What the fuck are you doing?
The Commanders.
That's the shit I'm talking about. Like, where the fuck is the secondary? Y'all niggas taking a nap on the sidelines? I'm done with that shit. Nope, you can miss me with that. I'm done. Shit don't make no sense, nigga. The fuck? What's your bitch ass doing on the side? This nigga literally came running off the sidelines. You're a whole safety, and you no, shoot yourself.